I've always had the impression that you had a very strong personality, but you hide it somehow, and with a lot of kindness. Did you change so much from the age of, let's say, 7 or 8 or 10 and until now? Because I suppose that you gained confidence quite a lot.
Well, I don't think as a young girl I lacked confidence. I think I was very confident until I was about 14. I mean, you know, adolescent girls go through difficult times. So I think at that age, I sort of completely switched, because I'd been very, very successful and was always looking for praise and always wanted to get 100 in every exam. You know, I must have been very obnoxious. I mean, for people not liking me, it's probably perfectly reasonable why they didn't like me. And I started thinking, well, that's not the way to be. At that point, I started not talking to people. I had 1 or 2 very close friends, but I didn't talk to adults. And as a mathematician, I think I was shy. I wasn't shy as an undergraduate, because then it was a little bit more like school, and I was fine. And perhaps until the time, it may have been going to Moscow and realizing that I knew nothing, and that the world of mathematics was much bigger than I'd thought. That it really was another time when I sort of became very shy mathematically, and I felt I was very ignorant and everybody else knew everything, which I'm sure is not true. But if you're not talking to people, how do you know that? So then it took a long time. I think by now I've learned to cope. And you know, with Dietmar, you have to learn to deal with him, or you can't collaborate with him. Most people these days think I'm very talkative and very sociable, and I try and be that way, because I think it's better to speak to people than not to speak to people.